Hi, I'm Michael Senoff, founder and CEO of HardToFindSeminars.com. For the last 5 years, I've interviewed the world's best business and marketing minds. Now my challenge is to build the world's largest free resource for online, downloadable audio business interviews. I've learned a lot in the last 5 years, and today I'm going to show you the skills you need to survive. Hi, this is Michael Senoff with Michael Senoff's HardToFindSeminars.com. Here is part 2 of our joint venture stories. These stories are direct from subscribers of mine. You're going to hear 3 stories in this part 2 recording. One with a gentleman named Dave Flannery, how he used joint ventures to get 16 clients lined up waiting for his consulting practice. Next, you're going to hear from a gentleman out of the UK who's established several joint ventures selling high-end writing instruments. And you'll hear another story from a gentleman out of Singapore and how he had a poor joint venture experience. Hopefully you'll be able to learn from this as well. So without further ado, let's get going. Hi, this is Michael Senoff with Michael Senoff's HardToFindSeminars.com. In this short recording, you're going to hear from the world's #1 HMA marketing consultant. His name is David Flannery, and he's out of Ireland. And this is a story about how he was able to set up several joint ventures to create a huge waiting list for his HMA marketing consulting business. He'll tell you every step of the way, exactly how he did it, how much he was willing to pay, and you'll hear the results. He had phenomenal results in these joint ventures, and I hope they stimulate you and give you ideas to set up and establish and promote your own joint venture deals to refer business to you. Let's get going. Tell me your philosophy on joint ventures, and how did you use a joint venture to get clients for your HMA marketing consulting practice?
My philosophy on joint ventures is risk averse. You have to show that they are assuming absolutely no risk, and everything they get is upfront. What you have to understand is when you approach a business, the person you're approaching probably won't have a clue of what you're talking about. Like, joint ventures is high-octane business, and a lot of people don't understand it. So what you have to do is reverse the risk, take it all upon yourself, and look like you're taking the risk upon yourself. I'll just go through exactly what I did to set up my joint ventures. The first thing I wanted to do was find out what companies have the same client base that I'm looking for. So basically what I did is I went to my local Golden Pages, I think there's Cielo Pages in the US, and I just looked in the Golden Pages and just went down websites, accountants, solicitors, and just looked and took the numbers out and rang them. Now, the one thing is, I've got joint ventures with websites, solicitors, and accountants. I've got 2 website designers, 4 accountants, and 2 solicitors. What you have to understand is, to get those, I went to 12 website designers, I went to 14 accountants, and I went to 10 solicitors.
When you say you went to them, tell me specifically, how did you go to them? What did you do?
What I did was, I got their name and address, and I sent a JV proposal letter, setting out the terms of what I was intending to do. I gave them a call about 2 days later, and asked for a meeting. Went into the meeting and explained again what I wanted to do with them. Now, the thing about it is, again, what you have to understand is these people didn't understand what was going on. As you know, I'm big on educating the client and big on educating everybody and everybody who comes in contact with me. So it was the first time I'd done this, so it's probably just the way I articulated myself. And again, I kind of count myself lucky that I got 2 web designers, 4 accountants, and 2 solicitors out of that. My point is, don't expect everybody you go to understand what you're talking about and get on board.
So what was your proposition?
My proposition was, they send an endorsement letter that was written by me to their client base, introducing my services to their clients. If any one of their clients became my client, they got 10% of the first project fee, which is €350. And that's it. My JV partners have complete control of their list. I don't have their names, I don't have their addresses until they come to me for an op analysis.
Who pays for the mailing?
I pay for everything. I pay for the stamps, I pay for the printing, I pay for the postage.
Do you get the printing and everything done?
Everything done.
Okay. So they keep control over their names, but you get everything else ready?
Correct. I write the letter, they have editorial control over it, so they see it before it's posted. They post the letters out, and then their clients contact them, my JV partner. My JV partner contacts me to set up a meeting, so I do an op analysis with the client, and if the client becomes a client of mine there and then, I get that person to ring my JV partner to confirm that they're a client. So my JV partner knows then what he's owed in money, so he has complete control. If the person doesn't ring my JV partner has the option of ringing that person anytime he wants and finding out exactly what happened. It's all about trust. There's no risk involved in my JV partner. There's no cost involved, so it's all profit for him. He gets €350 for just introducing me to somebody.
Were the letters that you wrote right out of the manual?
Yeah, just kind of personalized.
Give me some examples. How many did they send out?
The website designer sent out 150. The accountant sent out 95, and the solicitors, I think, sent out 54, 55.
So it wasn't that many.
Not many at all. I'd actually forgotten I'd set up the JV.
Who did the calls come into?
Calls came to my JV partner. I don't control the calls. What happens is, let's take an example. Let's say the website designer mailed out his mailing list. I was client-based. And a client of that website designer wanted to avail of my services or get a free op analysis. He called the website designer, and the website designer called me. There's no direct connection between me and the client until after I do the op analysis. The reason I do that is because it lets the website designer know how many of his clients are coming to me. And the reason I get the client after the op analysis to ring the JV partner, the website designer, is so he can keep account of how many of his clients become mine, because that's how he gets paid. So again, it's trust. Like, he can't come back and say, well, look, you had 10 of my clients come over to you, when he's keeping control of it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, was the website designer pleasantly surprised that so many of his clients called him about consulting? Was he surprised how effective the joint venture went?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, he got $3,500 for nothing.
Okay, so when they called, they were responding to the offer from the HMA stuff that you would do a free opportunity analysis.
Correct.
So you scheduled it, and you met with them, and you closed them.
Exactly. And then, right after the close, they got on the phone to my JV partner, let's say the website designer, thanking him and just to say that we had a good op analysis and that he'd become my client.
You're listening to an exclusive interview found on Michael Senoff's HardToFindSeminars.com. Okay, now for the HMA consultants, I want you to do a comparative of the positioning compared to your joint venture opportunity analysis compared to one that was done cold, like from your previous ones that you just met people. Was it a stronger, easier close?
Easier close. I mean, the trust barrier was broken because of the referral. The fact that the person who had told them, let's say the website designer, the fact that they were already a trusted client of the website designer, and it was the website designer who was endorsing me, I didn't have to break the trust barrier. It was already broken because of my alliance with somebody that I'd already done business with and obviously had good relations with.
So doing it all over again, wouldn't you have rather gotten all your clients this way?
Definitely.
So what would you tell a new consultant who's ready to go get names from the mailing list and call cold?
No.
That's the hardest way you could ever do it.
What you want to do is get into your chamber of commerces, get on the speaking list, because once you're on the speakers list and you're speaking in front, you have a perceived tone of authority that gets over the trust barrier. Once these people have you in a situation where you're up on the stage, it gives you a tone of authority, and that kind of overcomes the trust barrier. And also then, joint ventures, strategic alliances, there's the way to go. The only thing about it is you have to explain it, you have to educate the client about it, or your JV partner about it, or your prospective JV partner. You have to educate them, because a lot of them won't understand what you're talking about. You have to put it into simple language and put it in terms that they can understand, and also risk reversal, and make sure that they are in complete control of their client list. If they don't have complete control of their client list, they won't do it for you. If they don't feel like they're in control, forget about it. Put it this way, I don't get a referral from a JV partner unless it comes through him. One of their clients will never ring me cold, ever.
How many people did you get to endorse you?
4 website designers, 2 accountants, and 2 solicitors.
Okay, so all those joint ventures done, or are there calls still coming in?
There's calls still coming in, but I can't take any more on.
So how many did those joint ventures, how many new clients, separate from the initial 17 that you got over the holidays?
16 that I have on the waiting list, but still more calls coming, but I've had to suspend them, so I probably had about 22 calls.
Hi, it's Michael Senoff with HardToFindSeminars.com. Thanks for watching this video. You know, many of my interviews last 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour, sometimes even up to 2.5 hours long. They're actual mini seminars, and you've just listened to a short sample of just one of over 117 hours of exciting, hard-hitting, mind-blowing interviews on how to make money in direct mail, advertising, copywriting. I assure you, there is not a resource anywhere on the internet or on the planet that comes close to the free information I provide at HardToFindSeminars.com. hardtofindseminars.com. So go right now to hardtofindseminars.com, and you'll have free access to 117 hours of audio interviews with typed word-for-word downloadable transcripts and downloadable MP3 files. Please browse some more of the videos or go right directly to hardtofindseminars.com. Thanks for watching.